Just do you mind? Hold on. Just having a slap.
Okay. Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Folk in Scotland 2 days in a row. 2 days. Is
Too
it
much.
1 day in a row?
Too much. It's
Or is
like
it 2 days?
It's like having a wank
What?
in consecutive days.
Oh, it's never good the second time.
It's never.
I'm at the stage where it's once a week if I'm lucky.
It's the sludgy petrol at the bottom of the tank.
Yeah. I remember being like 20 and like 5 times a day was
Oh,
nothing.
Christ.
Now, if I get one good one a month, I'm kind of stoked.
You'd be wanking without knowing you were wanking.
Yes.
The full process.
I would watch
It was
TV and realise there was
Yeah.
mid-wank.
Your lizard brain would be wanking.
Yeah.
Remember, did you ever wank to Pebble Mill?
Well, yeah,
Okay.
obviously.
What was the guy with the beard called? Big Donny Monroe or whatever his
Can't
name.
remember. I remember
He died.
Hinge and Bracket was on and they confused
I
me.
fucking hate him. No, Hinge and Bracket never confused me.
No,
No, Boy George confused me, but not Hinge and Bracket.
not Boy George.
Boy George confused a lot of people.
I remember seeing Boy George and it was the usual thing. Is it a boy or a girl? And all this sort of stuff. And I remember
He confused B.A.
I
Baracus.
went, it's a boy.
Yeah, I
And
know.
he's really good. I
Nice.
didn't understand it.
But like a soft reggae.
Even as a kid, I
it
was
was
like,
nice, like
what?
soft reggae stuff, but it was nice.
It was inoffensive.
yeah, pop reggae was fine.
And
I always felt though he
Didn't get
he
it.
did his makeup was on point, but I always felt like he'd be sweaty, like a right beefy smell coming off him.
if he wasn't so kidnappy, he would have been a national treasure.
Yeah, national treasure.
I'm going to
by
tell advice to the stars that listen to this. And actually, there's 2 people who are quite famous that listen to this show, bizarrely.
Don't
Not
Terry
gonna
Waite
say.
people.
I'm not going to. Don't kidnap.
Don't Terry Waite
People
anyone.
will love you as long as you don't kidnap people.
Terry Waite had
I've learnt this in
Terry
life.
Waite had a kidnap fetish.
Well, it worked out well for him then.
No,
didn't
but they
it?
said to him,
Or was that
is he
before or
dead,
after?
Terry Waite? Did he die?
Oh, I think he might. Yeah, he died not too long ago, I think.
Because they said to him, because he's a pompous asshole.
I think he was a bit of a dick.
And they
yeah,
said to him, was he the Archbishop of Canterbury's like factotum guy?
something, yeah.
But the
you're right.
who kidnapped him? It was one of these organised. It wasn't a Hamas. It was like.
It was some
Crimson
organisation.
Jihad or something.
Something, yeah.
But
I
they
can't
said to
remember.
him, Terry, if you don't fuck off, we'll get kidnapped you. And he got in the car and left, and they thought, you know something? I've got a point to make. Went back and they kidnapped him. And then he was Brian Keenan and the other journalists they were chained to the same radiator as him for years.
Imagine having
And
to
they-
take a shit in front of him.
They hated. Well,
You know
used
they'd wank.
They used his beard as like.
Toilet paper.
I remember seeing it was Sean Bean,
Okay.
who was Richard Chamberlain of his generation. I was just thinking about this
Okay, it's
because
fair enough.
Shogun's back.
The original Shogun.
My mum loved the
Loved
original Shogun.
I
James
remember watching
Clavell.
at the start
Thornbirds.
the head getting chopped off.
Yeah.
That thrilled. I was
I think
not thrilled me in a bad way. I just went, oh my god.
Thornbirds contributed to late babies throughout the country.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
Middle-aged
you're
women
saying.
thought,
Just,
"Oh,
oh.
I've got
Go and put on a dog collar.
I've got one more in me."
Oh.
But anyway, so Shogun, but it's not got Richard Chamberlain. I don't know what point I'm trying to make.
Well, I've not seen the new Shogun, but it's getting good
It
reviews.
looks wonderful.
It looks.
What I'm laughing about
The
it a
original
little
one
bit.
was a bit
What I'm
cheap
what I'm
looking.
laughing about it. Well,
Yeah.
they've got it from a kind of exoticism. I hate the. People always like Michael fucking what's his name Around the World in 80 Days.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't like his shtick
Mm-hmm.
because it's Englishmen abroad and look at these weird foreign people, and I don't like
I know
that.
where you're going.
Just because a goat herder is eating an unusual cheese, they're essentially the same as you.
Oh, they're just that's
Everyone's the
very
same.
true. Everyone's the same.
So I don't like that cliche. I don't know where I'm going with this either.
It doesn't matter.
But anyway, the new Shogun
yeah.
is more from a Japanese perspective. They're speaking Japanese largely, the subtitled. They've made an effort. There's Japanese people involved in it. So it's kind of authentic.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how much of this is true. There's been a concern amongst certain people
Okay.
that it's a bit, there's not any black people in it.
Oh, wait, I did hear this complaint about Dunkirk, the film. That there was nobody black in it.
Genuinely.
Genuinely, there was an article written.
There was a Sikh, but at the same time, there was a Sikh guy in it, and that Lawrence Fox lost his mind about it. And then other people lost their mind because they're in a train at one point and the window handles were wrong for period.
Oh,
People are pedants. But anyway, so
yeah.
they're saying, oh, but there needs to be... you know me. Who cares who's in films? Who cares who James Bond is as a fictitious character? But I sometimes think it's foolish to fuck about with history because it's fucking people's minds. If you have Elizabethan court, if Marie Antoinette is a black woman, it fucks because people believe
They
it.
will believe that, and I understand that. It was like the Jada Pinkett Smith's
Cleopatra.
She's
Nonsense.
black. She wasn't black.
No, she wasn't.
Right. But and it's like you're saying, but you're denying someone's blackness. No, that just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem though.
Right.
Even though you're changing things quite dramatically there, history doesn't really exist.
No.
It's
But there are
history's written by the victors, and then
there are some clear facts.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There are some clear facts.
Stick to it, and then
But it's
right,
very
here's one.
amorphous.
I have heard some people losing their minds a little bit over June because some of the freemen are black, and you're like, for fuck's sake,
What the fuck's that to do with anything?
It's a boiling hot, like fucking arid desert planet.
So there would be black.
There'd be black people there.
Yes.
It makes perfect sense.
That makes it. Well, why wouldn't it all be black? Let's just make everyone.
Well, they could be black or they could be Arab peoples.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Plus, it's a fucking space planet with giant worms.
If it was a cold ice planet, it's very unlikely they'd be black. They just wouldn't be black people.
Because they are all humans.
Yeah, they're humans.
So if you're going to go into even in the slight bit. But this is what...
Even speaking about this is dangerous.
Oh, I don't care.
No, neither.
I don't care, and I'll tell you why. Because I listened to fucking... I was watching John Campea, and because he was talking about some film, and I was interested. But the problem with John Campea is that his desk is now filling up with these toys.
Oh, no.
And you can't see them.
By the way, my friend Kate Ross, during lockdown, he bought all the Marvel toys, figurines, collectibles. It kept him sane during lockdown. We all had a thing. He's now lumbered with hundreds of the fucking things. And they're just gathering dust.
He doesn't
So
have
if
a city
anyone
anymore.
would like a complete collection, he's kept all the boxes.
Oh.
It's the complete, all the Marvel figures. Good guys, all the main ones. The lot.
He needs his kitchen table
So
back.
if anybody wants, no, he's got them in a display cabinet. But if anybody
God.
would like, if anybody's mad enough to want it all,
to invest, we'll call it invest in it. But no, what I'm saying about John Campea, his desk's filling up with this plastic shit.
yeah, just shout.
Right? These films, right now, I know adults can enjoy them.
Yeah,
I know they're for everyone, but they're really for children.
yeah.
Right? Now, the new Kong and Godzilla films coming out.
I wouldn't say June's for children.
No, not June.
The new Kong one is clearly for children.
But can't we just let children enjoy shit without putting race, sexism?
Kong looks terrible.
I know it does, but all these different things.
Yeah.
But if you were 11 years old and you were way to the pictures to see Kong and Godzilla, you'd have a great time.
I'd have a wonderful time.
I just, but
the Shogun thing,
yeah.
people have said, but there should be black people in it, playing major roles.
Right.
And they've dug up a guy who was a black samurai.
Oh, that's a film.
There's AI no, but it's not true.
What?
There's AI
I thought he was real character.
No, there's an AI picture of a black guy and his family in feudal Japanese society.
Right.
And it's AI, and folk have said it's real, it's evidence. Folk have said they didn't have photography in medieval Japan.
No, I'm not meaning
To
the
start
picture.
with.
It's just
But
the story of this guy.
There was a black guy in Japan, but he was used as he was used by one of the shogunates. Some shogun guy had him as an oddity for his fucking...
Oh, God. Okay, that's different.
He was not some warrior guy.
Okay,
it's just as bad as Tom Cruise claiming to have battled in Japan. His character's equally as annoying.
Yeah.
But you're doing a disservice to the fucking Japanese.
Yeah.
You're making... they're not really in charge of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Some figure from elsewhere comes in and sorts everything out for you.
There's a famous
I love
picture.
feudal... I love the whole... Samurais were pieces of shit. You and I, if we'd be walking down the street and if we looked at a samurai funny, they could kill you on the spot.
Just kill you.
It was a mad society, but a wonderful society.
Well,
interesting society.
I just get really annoyed now that people get so upset about fighting wokeness.
Yeah.
And fighting, there's someone brown in a film. It doesn't matter.
But there's bad people. I'm not sounding like Trump. Bad people on both sides, but there's people trying to create animosity and anger amongst
Yeah, that's a
everyone.
big part of it, and you have to kind of ignore that. But some people
hysterical-
get really upset by
historical
nonsense.
figures. People don't realise how stupid a lot of people in this country are, and it's a worldwide phenomenon.
They watch this.
They do watch this, but you've got to. Some things you should just stick to the facts a little bit. 'Cause
I
you're
agree.
not doing yourself any.
I
yeah.
agree. But the thing is, it's like this fake war against wokeness, right?
See the thing about the war against wokeness.
It-
It was weaponized. People thought it had some votes in it.
Mhm.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody cares. That's the point.
Elon
yeah.
Musk cares. If I was a multi-billionaire,
Mhm.
I don't think I'd care about stuff like that. I don't care about stuff, and I don't have any money. If I had billions in the bank, I'd care even less.
Yeah.
But he's obsessed with it, and I'm thinking, does he think his mileage in it from a business perspective? Because he's an out-and-out piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think that the reason that people get so worried and worked up about
Yeah.
these things is that they're
Has
going to get
Has anything like that bothered,
some sort of
impacted
power
your
out of
life
it.
in the slightest?
Nope.
I was watching.
Apart from on YouTube,
Yeah.
where if you accidentally look at one thing,
Yeah.
you're inundated, and then
Yeah.
with
Well, my algorithm on YouTube is Nazis and like people cleaning rusty implements,
that's kind of
which I
right.
think there's a connection there.
My search algorithm went wrong for ages,
Yeah.
but it was going wrong for everyone.
Or did it go really right? You know what I'm saying?
No, it didn't.
Have you
And
ever
it
seen?
was-
Has a thing popped up in your algorithm? Black tape fashion show.
I thought I'd clicked on something wrong. Yeah, people just wear like sellotape now.
Have you seen it?
Yes,
And
and they're walking down.
I watched
Beautiful women.
I watched it and I thought, I can't believe this is real. So I watched
Who gets that
25.
job?
I watched 25 videos of it, and I'm still none the wiser. I'll get back to you.
I'm investigating.
Now, is this some?
It doesn't
bill-
offer
Now,
any support.
If I was Elon Musk
Yeah,
and I had billions,
yeah.
I would say, I'm setting up a black tape fashion line. Can I apply the tape?
Hold on.
Because it's not fashion. How do you buy the what?
Rolls of insulating tape,
Uh-huh.
right? Instead of them like just being,
We've got some stuff left over from this bill.
we'll repackage them,
Let's get Shadowins over.
right? Tape him up
Right.
and say you can get that, and we just sell rolls of tape.
I'll
Fashion
tell you
leaders.
what's good about that black tape fashion show.
What?
It's not what you'd call the androgynous models, is it?
No, it is not.
It's ladies.
It's a lot of tape in certain areas. Just
Holy
keeping
shit,
it all
it's
together.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
I think everyone,
Terrible.
men or women who listen to this, look at the black tape thing. And-
But my algorithm, right?
You can tell when it's went off a little bit because they go, oh,
I'm going to say something controversial.
well, let's hear it.
Right, here's something controversial.
Aye, please.
If there's someone online like Jordan Peterson or
God.
someone
Seen his fashion
egregious.
sense.
I know he looks like a
He dresses like
Batman
He
baddie.
dresses like Mugabe.
yes. But hold on,
He would
I'm
wear
gonna
a
say
suit with his
something.
own name on it and shit.
I'm gonna say something controversial. You might say things that are correct and you can agree with,
Yeah.
because that's the skill in getting people to listen to your maybe nonsense. Is that you say things that you can't argue with. That
Yeah.
are common sense.
Yeah.
So most people online, and even if they'll say something where you go, well, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with this. I don't agree so much with that. And then you
Yeah.
start getting deeper into the layers where you go, this person's insane.
Yeah.
But this is something. So I will look at someone I've never heard of and listen to them for 5 minutes and go, they're speaking sense,
Yeah.
and don't listen any further.
Everyone's correct on something.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone.
Then
Apart from us.
you get all these videos from them
Mm.
of how evil and terrible they are.
He
and
set
then
up a
suddenly,
school.
what?
He set up a school, Peterson. Him and his like Nepo baby daughter. They're terrible
that
people.
weird
But
daughter
they're
of
just
his.
shysters.
They're just awful
Did you
people.
see the guy that was on Joe Rogan's show? He was what I like to call a poacher turned gamekeeper. So he was a gang guy, been in jail,
Oh,
and he's all about
yeah.
prison reform. He had a head in his fridge.
Yes, this is not normal.
A shyster, a fraudster. Have you ever watched any Adam Curtis stuff?
No, what's that?
Adam Curtis, I forget the name. He does these wonderful documentaries. He did one about Russia, the US, follow USSR, and all the problems. and there's one I didn't realise, and I was watching it. It's about the self. It's about a human beings, just almost fucking magic realism about being able to push through their a mousy dung's a wife.
Okay.
She was insane.
Right.
And she used the entire Chinese populace just to get revenge on people. She was a minor actor. It's like somebody from Hollyoaks.
Yeah.
Becoming the
like
president.
Holly Valance at the moment.
What's Holly Valance got to be so bitter about?
She's
She's
like,
married a billionaire. What a piece of shit.
I don't know what's going on with her.
But she is the pin-up for the right wing now.
Do you know what's happened? Well, she was saying she wants Nigel Farage to lead in the whatever parties and she'd follow them. Now, here's what I think's happened.
To her?
Right.
Disappointing.
Here's what happens. And this can happen with either sex.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes you'll see a rock star,
Yeah.
right? And he makes lots of money.
Uh-huh.
And he gets a mansion. And he
Yeah.
gets a pool in the shape of a guitar.
He
and
starts
a
a
golden
trout
toilet.
farm.
Exactly. He's got all this money. He meets a girl,
Uh-huh.
right? And he falls in love. Very simple.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to get married. It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Uh-huh.
And the woman comes into the house and goes, look what we've achieved. And then she says, how we decorated our house
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
within 10 minutes.
It could be a wealthy woman. It's got to sell a himbo. It works for both sexes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
It
yeah.
works with both.
Yeah.
So this himbo goes, yeah, I love living in my house. I love. And you're like, hold
I
on a
love
second.
the way successful men, they're often successful because they've married a smart person.
Oh, that's
And that person has got them to their position.
absolutely.
And then they ditch them and then they get
I'll
some
be
young
honest with
trollop
you.
in.
I wouldn't have a business if it wasn't for my partner.
Nick Nairn. Nick
It's
Nairn.
as simple as
Rick
that.
Stein.
Yeah.
Rick Stein's wife got him where he was.
Mhm.
Ken, she'll done a lot to help his career. And then he just gets rid of her and gets some young thing in. And the young thing thinks she's...
Yes.
Yeah, no,
That's right. No,
Yeah.
I'm in that very position where my
Yeah.
partner has saved my business several times.
You're an
I'm
idiot.
good at making shit. Hey, listen, shut the fuck up.
I've-
I'm good at
have you
putting
seen
stuff
this?
together. Excuse
Look
me.
at the ceiling.
Excuse me. You complaining about the leather you got for your telescope?
It-
Yeah,
it-
exactly.
It broke. I don't
No,
know
it
what to tell
didn't.
you.
No,
I
it
don't know
didn't. So,
I was hiding in a bush,
yeah, with your telescope.
watching nuns stripping at a
You
convent.
had to run.
And
You
I
got
had to
caught.
run. It was so well made. It got caught in the barbed wire, and the police caught me.
That's
Fuck you!
Yes,
It's
it's my fault.
It's your fault. $7.50, by the way. $7.50 it cost me that thing. I
Oh
followed
my
your
God.
advice.
I was talking to my girlfriend last night about this. I said, see, after I'm long gone, and I'm just if there is such a thing as you turn into a spirit, your soul escapes the
It's
body
unlikely.
and travels to the centre of the
Yeah.
universe, to the Godhead. As I get there, I'm going to hear $7.50.
$7.50.
$7.50.
I'll be shouting that down from heaven as you're
As-
broiling in hell.
Broiling. So
Yeah.
that got us started. We got started.
The Adam Curtis thing you need to watch though.
Okay.
It's just humanity is fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts, and people can be driven to mass madness so easily. It's almost at the moment people think the world's in a bit of a point of crisis. Weirdly, even though stuff's going pretty well for a lot, well, I know there's financial problems. You go to the shops and things seem very expensive, and they are, and folk are
But
struggling.
crisis creates control.
Yeah, but often, if you think of what people have got, people's general standard of living is fairly good.
Yes.
Yet when you speak to people, they think the crime is out of control, everyone's out of
And it's
control.
not. That's
it's not.
right, Yeah.
And what I worry is we're almost talking myself into a disaster.
Yeah, this happened in Dundee with, I think if you're under 18, you get a free bus pass.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying in the town, it's got worse. Down Broughty Ferry, there was fights
Yeah.
because all the kids are getting on the buses and going down.
Yeah.
The police looked into it and went, what a lot of shit.
No, if I was working in the ferry and there was gangs of kids calling bother.
Yeah, but the fights and the arrests that have been made are all children from the area.
Right, okay. Yeah.
The police have debunked it over and over and over.
The centre of Dundee has many issues.
Yeah.
The state of it,
It's not people.
it's not.
There's no people
but
there.
There's no children causing the bother.
Yeah.
The shit that's down there is one or two guys who are just
As
Shiting
all
everywhere.
crime, as all
But
crime always is.
there is a handful of young kids that are going down there
Mm-hmm.
that are causing fucking bother.
I
And
agree.
The police just kind of seem to handle
But
it.
the access to the bus pass is not increased it. It's
No,
not changed
no,
it.
no.
They've debunked it. But I hear people saying,
You know, I missed out on every fucking advantage when I growing up.
yeah,
I never got any
never
of
got
these
that.
discounts. I had to pull full whack my entire.
Hold on. When you get to 50, and I just discovered this,
Oh,
you get a pass for the trains, and it's a discount, but it's a heavy discount
well, why is that?
because you're old.
But you are 50 now.
Yeah, but I haven't used it. I just found out about it.
Oh God, you should have been on that. But I
I
didn't
know.
want to be on a train with you.
Well, you don't need to go with me.
You get on
You
to
get
a
your own
carriage.
one.
It was like fuck.
No, you go on your own train.
'Cause
I go on my own train.
If I didn't know you, and I
Yeah.
was sitting on my carriage eating my cucumber sandwiches and my
Oh.
little glass of rosé, and I
Oh,
looked,
God,
I think,
how awful.
oh, he's going to start body popping or something. I'm changing carriage. Have you
That's a
seen
fair
Have you
description.
seen on like tube stations in New York where people start doing shit? You just try to get to your work, and there's choirs and there's folk doing shit.
I was walking up to Tesco's doing
Oh.
a delivery the other day, and I was going to get myself a sandwich.
Okay.
And in front of me, there was a girl standing with her phone, and the other girls doing all this dancing.
Oh,
And I walked past them, and I heard them going, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Because I was walking in the street.
Have you seen?
I wasn't stopping
Have
for
you
them.
seen the lassie that's doing her workout shit in some hill, and the guy goes and sits on a bench and he's eating his sandwich, and she's like, "You'll have to
You have
move."
to move. And
He's like, "Fuck off, love."
Yeah. No, this is
Have
ridiculous.
you seen footage? I think it's maybe in China. I've seen one, and it's rows of people outside.
Yeah. Content.
That is really weird.
I don't feel I'm a content creator
No, neither are
in
I.
that sense, and I don't feel
We are not thirsty.
we call this a podcast, which is the Apple's name for internet
Yeah.
radio, essentially. But I don't feel I'm any of these
no,
things.
no one to.
We didn't get into this like, oh, let's be
No.
content creators. It was like we have an idea.
We are the centre of a web made of human shite because
Yes.
people are doing creative acts influenced by this podcast, and some of them are genuinely wonderful.
Some of them are wonderful.
Chris
You're talking
does
about,
stuff which is terrible, but
No,
like
we're talking
a lot,
about Harbour, who I think he gets
some of the images we've seen. Can
Some
we,
of them-
we should we should genuinely put a book together of the stuff that's happened, the jobby and all this stuff. There's some wonderful bits. And
we
pieces
could do
of
a
stuff.
book. We
Yeah.
could do a book. Well, we're planning it, but
We could at
everything
least do like a.
went a
well,
bit
we should
chaotic.
do like a Christmas. You know how people give you a rundown of the year,
Yeah.
and people just use it to boast to their siblings. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, we could do
we
something
could put
like
something
that.
terrible
Oh,
together.
I can say to everyone, I appreciate everything, but I'm not ill. I'm just a bit wonky.
Yeah,
There's been other people around me that have not been well, and there's a
No,
lot
he's-
going
he's-
on.
He's not.
But I'm fine. I just walk funny now. Worse than
Sometimes
ever.
I come in here and there is that smell of death.
Do you want to see my new nerve thing? Right? Put your hand back. Bend it back. What's this?
Oh, my dad's finger goes like. No, does it do that when you relax? Relax it. Is it? Can you make a fist? Oh, what's that? My dad's
Yeah.
my dad's little finger is crooked. It crooks. It's like Tim. Like, oh
I
God,
can't put them together. Look.
that's not right.
But I've got this. Look, what is
It's
this?
wiggles.
Yeah. Look.
Oh,
And they open up, and it's just all this nerve thing.
that's weird.
So hopefully with my MRI, which is nothing to worry about,
Oh.
folks, I'm just going to go in it. They reckon it's a wee disc in my neck or something. It's
Oh.
pressing on the
Press it.
nerves.
Oh.
So I don't know what's going to get done
Oh,
about
jeez.
it. But I'm absolutely fine. But everyone, thank you for asking. But it's just been
I
absolutely...
nobody's asking for me. I'm wearing a dressing gown. I've given up on life. Nobody says, "Are you okay? You need help?" No,
Nobody cares.
nobody gives a shit.
But it's been people around me that's not
I've
been
not
well.
had a
We're
shower
okay.
for 4 or 5 days. I'm
I
fucking
know.
stinking.
I can smell. What's that bleach smell?
I didn't clean my arsehole. I just offer it up to the cat. I made myself my coffee this morning
Mm-hmm.
and made it, and I like it just to cool down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've got my velvetizer, so it's the
Ugh.
milk froth. I love it.
Ugh.
So I thought I better hang up some washing. And when I came down, the cat had drunk half of it.
You know,
He'd licked out all the froth.
last night,
Uh-huh.
I thought, I can't be bothered to make it. I had a lovely salad set up I was going to make,
Yeah.
and I was lazy.
So what did you do?
An egg sandwich. So I thought,
But hold on, did you go did you boil eggs? Did you?
yeah,
Did you
I've got an egg boiler machine.
Did you
Oh.
squish them down? Mayonnaise, salad cream. What did you do?
No, I had barbecue sauce with it, which I love.
You just made an egg meal with barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was. That's all. I just couldn't be arsed with anything.
That is essentially that's the food a 15-year-old would make in his
Yes.
first day away from home.
That's what. But
Then he
a
phones his
boiled
mum.
egg
How did I
sandwich,
make
though,
it? And his
a
mum
boiled
tell-
egg sandwich is pretty amazing.
But
anyway.
as long as you don't put it in Tupperware and
Oh,
then
no.
open it on the bus.
No. But that's how you get no one around you at the cinema.
I love an egg sandwich.
So
though.
exactly. So I
do,
just
you,
thought,
do you make boiled eggs and soldiers ever?
no, I don't like it runny. I like
Oh,
it solid on the inside. So
okay.
I've got my bread like that.
Uh-huh.
Turn my back. The cat's sitting on one, eating the other.
Did you still eat it?
Yeah, of course I did.
Of course.
But anyway, we'll get on with.
Here's the show that we were going to do yesterday.
Well, it's like 25 minutes in. We've still got to do all the text messages.
Let's get on to that first, because this, you know how much I love this shit.
Neil H.
Who's Neil H? Have we heard from him before?
Yeah. He hangs around.
Does
He's
he?
always looking around.
Yeah.
If you've got a shower curtain, he's behind it.
If you're visiting a nudist camp,
He's in the bushes.
he's in the bushes.
Beside you with your telescope.
Right. Do you know nudists play a game? It's like tennis, but there's a structure they put in their hand like a box. It's like the box in June.
Yeah. I think that's where that box in June comes from.
Yeah. I like that
Did I
box in June.
storyboard the movie idea I had
Mhm.
using AI?
Oh.
Well,
Don't anybody else think about doing
hold on.
that?
No, I did.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, no.
And it looked fantastic, and it got all the ideas together. It was really, and if you actually look at this book that I've used for the show, it's got The Creeping Brain Terror from Outer Space. Now there was 2 film ideas. I'll tell you what they were. There was 2 film ideas.
To be honest with you, these would have ruined you.
I know. It would have been a disaster. But here's the first story. It's set at a sort of Jodrell Bank type place.
Okay.
You know, a radio
We
telescope.
could have done it in the St Andrews.
We're basically we
Observatory.
think we're scientists,
Yeah.
but we're not. We're
Okay.
basically caretakers of this place. We are not the stars of the story.
If I'm a scientist, am I allowed to have, instead of guinea pigs, could I have donkeys?
You could.
Okay.
So we are not the stars. We are basically night watchmen, but we believe we run this.
You know the bit in
Oh my God! Am I going to get to speak?
Day of the Triffids, where the Triffids in the hothouse and the Johnny just goes through and hears a noise and it gets him. The beginning.
Well, we are not the stars.
No.
So the perspective is, it's a bit like, you know, in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
You're following the side
Sidekick,
character.
yeah.
Well, we're that. Anyway, it's a sort of half-hearted alien invasion of floating brains. I love, one of my favourite films is Fiend Without a Face.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
Big tube, brain, bubbles. I'm
Well,
thinking.
basically it's brains
Uh-huh.
with just legs and they're wearing chinos.
But do you remember the Dundee guy that found brains?
What? Wait, was this DRI brains?
Yes.
Yes, I do know the story.
So if I've
Yeah.
told you that, this is worth repeating.
Okay.
A junkie, an alky guy,
Yes.
he breaks into the old DRI hospital and he opens, the whole place is open, but it's all derelict, opens and finds a room full of brains in bags and jars and shit, sticks them in a spar bag, phones the Sun newspaper, says he's got a scoop for them. They keep him on the line. He says he's got his brains and he's hiding them under a Vauxhall Cavalier.
Wonderful.
The Sun phone the fucking police.
Uh-huh.
He says he'll give the Sun the scoop for, I think it's 6 cans of Tartan Special. The police arrive and there he is with his brains in a bag under a... Yeah, that happened in
What a
Dundee.
weird thing. What a weird thing. So my film,
That's so weird.
it's black and white.
Uh-huh.
It's set in the 50s.
Wonderful.
It's just like...
We should do a colour version and a black and white for the completist.
Oh, that's true. But it's just...
You're trying to sell this to me.
No, hold on.
You'd
no,
better
I'm not going to do
begin.
it.
No.
It's going to be filmed just like
What do you
Quatermass
mean
2.
going to be filmed?
It was going to be
was,
filmed
okay.
like Quatermass 2 using the 3-lens system. So it'd be the 3 lenses and and filmed in the same way, so the camera would be on a tripod and fixed all the time.
Right.
So it gives across this whole look of this old...
Right, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And basically it was just a ton of jokes lined up. Right?
You just want to wear like a Johnny's jacket.
No, that's what Derek used to wear. But
Yeah.
there's one scene where we have to go through an old English pub.
Okay.
Right?
Mock
And the
Tudor.
only way we could go through it is on the stage. But when we go in, right, we realise we dress as German sort of milkmaids, and we do a German folk song across the stage, and all the audience is Nazis, World War II Nazis, even though it's not set in World War II. In my head, this makes sense.
Were you quite ill when you were writing
No,
this?
in my head it makes sense, right? It
Is the
does.
guy, is the colonel still alive from Hello Hello?
Oh,
and
he'd
his
be
gay
perfect.
sidekick?
Yeah. But here was my plan. To raise funds for the film, every Nazi could be one of our fans that could pay a small amount to be in the crowd.
There was, you know where you got the idea?
Where?
I wonder if Mark Sturton knows this one. There was a Scottish film called Chasing the Deer starring Fish.
I know
From
something
Marillion.
about that.
And they funded that
That was at the time I tried to kill fish.
for getting people dressed up as hairy-arsed Highlanders,
Yeah.
and they paid to be extras in the film.
Basically what I was doing,
Yeah.
right? But the whole film was... It was...
I don't feel... and
There's
you
a-
want me to
a
get
bit-
involved in this.
There's a bit more to it than that.
Well,
Okay.
just as well.
Now,
It's
here's
like,
here's the
it's like-
special thing.
It's like Jodorowsky's Dune.
Yes.
It's going to forever stay
But listen
unmade.
to this. Listen to this.
Uh-huh.
The special effects in it
Uh-huh.
were going to be models.
Okay.
So the radio telescope, the buildings and everything would all be models and smoke. So it would be shot like an old film or like an old Sherlock Holmes one.
Okay.
So a mix. It would have been...
An utter disaster.
Now, the second film
Uh-huh.
was based on a story that you told me all about.
That would have made less money than fucking Schemers,
Yeah. Way
which
less.
was a Dundee tax
Way less.
dodge.
But yeah, anyway.
The second one, okay.
The second film.
The first one didn't really catch
But
me.
this one, you know what this was? The creeping brain terror from outer
Okay.
space. This was all how I had all the notes on how to get the black and white in film. Yeah, I put a lot of thought into. Don't. Anyway. Next.
You
thing.
know, we've spoken about before how shame isn't used enough as to control society.
Wait, here's the next one.
Uh-huh.
Set in the early 80s,
Uh-huh.
1982. To
Oh,
be a
982, good year.
There's two guys.
Uh-huh.
Now, we can't use our local comic printer and publisher, but we'd make one up,
Okay.
okay? And there's two middle-aged guys that are working nights at this thing as putting all the text on comics and stuff.
BC comes in.
There you go, BC comes in. And what happens, Britain goes to war with Argentina. But where they get their colouring done for comics
Oh, yeah, that's true.
is in Argentina.
Yeah.
And the only way they can get the comics there
Uh-huh.
to this colourist, which is it, but this is based on a true
True
story,
story, yeah.
is that they smuggle comics.
Uh-huh.
Now, these two guys believe they're smuggling the most dangerous thing across the world, but no one
No,
cares.
it's just...
And it ends up as this road trip through jungle and everything at a time of war.
it's like Fitzcarraldo.
Yes, but no one cares about them. They just believe they're smuggling the greatest, most important stuff in the world.
Yeah.
And even there's a point in it where they're at the border and the guards are there with the berries on, machine guns, and what's under here, and they take it out,
Uh-huh.
and it's loads of equivalent of beanos. And they're like,
Mandy.
weird.
Mandy.
Mandays, yeah. And they give it back. And the sweat. And
No, you'd get jail time for Mandy.
so, well, I suppose you would.
You know
But-
remember those photo shoots where it'd be actual photographs where they would have the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
problems pages?
it would be a very 80s thing. And it's done with these two men travelling the world and getting...
How you get financed this little number?
well, this is the magic thing.
Oh, it was all just going to be filmed in Dundee, was it?
No,
How you get
no.
a jungle?
Uh,
Go up to the Botanic Gardens?
no,
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 okay,
no.
well.
I hadn't... I was going to suggest there's a place we could have filmed in Spain.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We could have filmed in
That-
Spain. Wait, all the backgrounds would have been special effects done very easily in
This is
Photoshop
this
and that.
is such mania.
We could have, but wait, we could have done it, and I knew enough people that would act in it. That okay. Anyway, the point is that would have been the story, and it would have been this sort of ridiculous road trip of two guys smuggling comics to get coloured, which is actually a true story.
True story, yeah.
It's a true story.
Well, that's interesting.
So that would have been that one.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to take my
Oh,
money.
you'd already got two, and then you get to take the money you've made on those and make a third one. Is this the plan?
I didn't have a third idea.
No, just as well.
I've just got two ideas.
To be honest with you, didn't really have a first or second idea. But I
They're
know
all
we-
written out. I've got scripts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've got the whole thing. I've got scripts. I've got storyboards. I've got everything. But no one will ever see it because
it's insane. It's like insane.
they're not good ideas.
No, it's insane. It's insane.
There's a scene.
It's
And we're in the
insane.
office at the start.
I think we should do a haunted house in that. A haunted, just you and I exploring,
yeah.
and go up this Boleskine house in Loch Ness where,
Yeah.
ghost story. That's what
Terrible.
we need.
No.
Just that.
There's a scene,
Just one place in a room.
right? And there's a guy. We're in the office at the
Oh
start.
God, there's more of this.
No, we're at the start
Uh-huh.
of this, the one where we're smuggling comics.
Uh-huh.
And we're in the office and we're trying to get someone else who's an artist,
I know
To
what
colour
I
it.
know what you're fucking doing.
right?
You think somebody's got money listening to us? And
I'm
they give
hoping
you a
so.
check.
And then, now this guy is sitting there,
Okay.
Indian guy with his turban on. And the
Uh-huh.
reason I say that is because it's based on an actual person.
Okay.
And we say to him, could you not do the colouring? And all he says is, no, I only draw llamas. And that is an actual quote from my friend at school who would only draw llamas. And he drew
Oh
the
my
most
God.
beautiful llamas. They were like,
He wasn't trying to draw a llama. He was trying to draw
they
a
were
collie
no,
dog.
they were beautiful.
Wow.
And he could draw them and they would have expression in that. And I was like, oh, could you do this or that? He went, no, I only do llamas.
Something you.
Everything's based on life.
Something that gave you a giggle
Yeah.
when you're 12-year-old at school.
Yes.
There is some real. That's up there with the hubris of Kevin Costner's new
Hold on.
cowboy film.
Hold on. You
He's-
just got
he's-
on it.
He's
No,
sunk his fortune into a thing that's going to fail.
no, you just
And he
said
has
it.
less. This is as hubristic as Waterworld.
You just said it. The whole point of these two films is I'm trying to capture. I remember watching Young Frankenstein when I
Oh
was
my
about
God.
13, and I couldn't breathe.
Okay. And
I'm trying
oh,
to-
so you're thinking you think
I'm trying to make someone
Mel
laugh.
Brooks
Yeah,
here.
I'm Mel Brooks. But I'm trying to make someone laugh
Oh, jeez.
when they're 14, 13 and they're watching telly and it's silly. That was the whole point. That was the motivation behind it. Honestly, watching Young Frankenstein
I'll do it
changed
on
my
one
life.
condition.
Oh, you're going to do it?
There's a villain in it who's played dead straight.
Well, that always has
Dead
to be
straight.
that way.
It's Timmy Mallet.
That, you know what? If we could do that, we
Imagine
could
Timmy
swing that.
Mallet. I've always thought there's something sinister about him.
If he
Imagine
played
was a
sinister.
torturer, like a murderous dentist.
That'd be good.
He was harvesting organs, and we got captured in the jungle and he was get harvested for organs. And it was
Like
Timmy
Ronnie
Mallet.
Corbett having a head in his fridge.
And he had that big mallet. But it was latches on it.
Wouldn't-
And he opened up and it was
wouldn't that
full of
be it?
surgical tools.
Right. We're the two guys
Oh
going
no,
to
stop
South
it.
America.
Stop it.
No,
You're
you're getting
tempting me.
excited.
You're tempting me.
Because the stories are good and you know they're good. The stories
They're
are
fucking
good.
awful.
No, they're not.
But they're... Oh God.
They could be.
This is as hubristic.
I was going to hire a whole
Oh,
studio
you fucking idiot. Is
for,
Paul
for a
Daniels.
month.
This is as hubristic as Paul Daniels' ballet solitaire. That he spent millions for fucking his wife Debbie.
Yeah, but
Debbie McGee.
but
How much money did that make? That almost bankrupted Paul Daniels. And Paul Daniels was one of the biggest television stars of the 80s.
he was
Huge.
huge money,
By the time I saw him,
dozens of pounds.
by the time I saw the man, he was having to fucking unload and load his own van. He'd spent all his money. Didn't even have staff anymore.
Look,
This would have ruined you. You'd have been thrown
This
out of
fi-
this building.
no, it would have been fine, and everyone would
No,
have
and
put
then,
it
right,
online for
so
£1.
You do all this,
Yeah,
and then how much money do we make off our merchandise for this podcast? It's been running for like 4 or 5 years.
we've done almost 60 quid.
Right. So you're going to spend like 10 grand on a film.
50. We've almost done 50.
Okay.
Yep.
And how long was it going to take you to recoup your money?
At the current rate,
You'd be long dead.
106 years. Yes. But the thing is,
And
at
how
least
many
we could
folk?
say,
Oh, aye. You're
What
sitting in
made
your
the
old
film?
folks' home They're
I
like,
made a
oh,
film."
Derek, you've just shot yourself again. I'll go and get the sponge. And you're like that, I made a film, don't you know? And they're like that,
Sure, you did.
yeah.
It's,
You're getting,
but
we've seen your film,
here's the fucking
so we're going to
problem.
get the extra rough sponge for your old
you're
anus.
getting tempted.
No, I'm
You
not.
think it's a good idea.
No, I
You don't think
I really don't.
us
No,
dressed in
No.
early 80s clothes, which would be
I'm not
70s
doing
clothes,
that shit.
going through a jungle?
No. I'm not travelling to
Amazing.
Spain
Well,
to be in a jungle
Well, there was
for
a
a
place
film
you could
nobody
shoot
would
there.
watch.
I'm telling you.
Jesus Christ, man.
I was going to spend all that money. I was going to do it.
At best,
Yeah.
a 10-minute sketch. That's
I had
all I'm
actors, known
like
actors that want to be in
You're
it.
talking a film, because films now have to be 3 hours long before they're taken seriously. You want to make a 3-hour film.
It was going to be 1.5 hours.
That's too short. That's
No,
not.
1.5 no.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not serious. That's not.
1.5
You're not
hours feature
serious.
film.
You're not serious.
Eh?
You know,
It'd be
you're like-
fine.
You lack ambition. An hour and a half.
That would be fine.
You've got so much to say. That llama thing you're so proud of, that's an hour-long scene.
But that made
No
me
cuts.
laugh when I was 12.
It's not making me laugh.
But you done beautiful llamas.
He's fucking probably dead
But
now.
you know what happened? You remembered that there. You talked about it. It's
'Cause
got
it's
in your
too-
mind.
it's
No,
too-
because it's got in your mind
it's
now.
not in my
It's
mind.
in your mind. You want
It's
to be in a
not.
film.
No, I
know
don't.
you're an actor.
I don't.
Listen, you want to be an actor. You made your own fucking musicals.
That was at school, my friend. That was a long time ago.
You can still quote them.
That was Vulcan God of Fire. Don't.
You can
don't,
still quote them.
Don't. The beauty of Vulcan God of Fire, don't you besmirch it with your shit. That
It's-
was a pure thing.
I've got
This
films.
This is a nasty commercial enterprise.
Well, you
You
don't
are a-
want
you
you don't
are a-
want me to rewrite it with
you-
you being involved in the writing.
You're
Then
a grotty little
you
man.
don't want to be involved in the writing.
No, you're
No,
like
no,
Lou.
no.
You're like
I see
Lou
how this
Grade.
works.
You're like Lou Grade.
Eh?
You are the film.
Wait.
You want to make Superman. What was the one for?
4. Oh, that was terrible.
Eh,
No, it's
no,
not 4.
the thing is-
I'm making Superman 2.
Superman.
Fucker.
Superman.
The
4.
best one.
Oh God.
I don't care. He takes a plastic
I
thing
know
off
what you're
his
trying
chest.
to do. It's
It's
reverse
great.
fucking.
No, it's not. It's reverse
Yes.
psychology.
Yes.
You know you could add
You're
a lot to
reaching out
this.
to these idiots to try and get somebody. Some of
I
these.
didn't bring this up.
I can guarantee some of our
I've been
dumb,
doing these for years.
some of our dumbest listeners are going to get right excited about this. Well, you
Say-
can fucking do it and pay for it yourself.
All I'm needing is 40,000, and that should get us started.
With 40 grand, you could turn your life around, and you're willing to just spend 40 grand on.
I have barely enough money to live on, and I was willing to take the only savings I've got. I was willing to and just spunk it on a fucking film.
That is insane.
3.5 weeks in Spain filming. I had loads of plans, and yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a mental
And do you know
health.
how much? Do you know how much you'd be putting into
I'd be
it?
putting nothing in because I'm
It's not
not
like this.
because I'm not stupid.
Your investment in this is just a place to store your shit.
It's my time. What's the?
All this.
Oh,
You didn't have nowhere else to put it, so you went,
Oh.
oh, we'll just put some shelves
I'll
up.
put some shelves up. That's full
Yeah,
of shit.
thanks for that.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wait to find it. Look, I have concealed something
Right.
that I hate, and it's got nothing to do with us, and it's
Oh.
up here somewhere. And if any of the listeners, watchers spot it, it might be a wee surprise for them.
I don't know.
Something I despise, and there's no reason for it to be there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
really confused now. I'm gonna have
So if
to.
somebody can spot it,
I'm gonna have to look for
and
that.
suggest,
Could
I'll
be
give. I'll do
anything.
them a wee surprise.
Oh, that's weird.
There you go.
Anyway,
That is a boil that needs lanced.
have you seen the AI generated South Park episodes?
No,
It's just
I've gone
it's
off
just
the
South
AI.
Park.
I've just really gone off.
Sora's well. Here's another thing.
I've gone off it.
Sora is coming out this year.
Mhm.
That's the one I sent you. It's just absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, there's how you make cutscenes. There's how you do extra
Oh no, I
parts.
don't want to get
Oh,
embedded.
no, it's
But,
all.
that means
listen,
they own your arse. They own it.
they don't own it.
They do.
I don't think they do. I don't think that's
Yeah.
how the copyright works.
No, I think they do. AI. If you do something with AI, they basically own it.
No, I don't think you're. I think you're making that up.
No, you're using their technology.
No,
but
I think you're making that up.
I'm
For example,
sure.
I use AI and I pay for it, and all that copyright.
I'm
No,
not
I
sure.
think you're talking.
I'm not
fucking
sure, mate.
shit.
I'm not sure. Like tweets.
Neil, thanks for that. You've started a fight. Bridget Bardot's Badger.
Oh, he's got right empowered by his new name.
His new name, he likes it. I don't think this is
Aye.
a man who's never
Yeah.
had a nickname.
He's never had a
Now
nickname.
he's got it.
got through school.
So
Because he's
it's
New
Raquel
Zealander,
Welch's.
so there was him and a couple of those smart parrots, kind of flightless parrots, cockapos.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Is that-
I don't know. What's
Just
the
him
ones
at
that are like furry? There's a furry parrot.
A kiwi
Is that? No.
with a long beak.
Have you seen kiwis just running around at night? They're like a
Wonderful.
monster.
The noise they make.
Scary. Bridget Bardot's Badger. Is it better to enjoy a well-made movie? See, back onto movies. This is meant
Oh no.
for what it is, or a terrible movie because it's terrible.
Now, terrible
I have a
movies-
great theory about
No,
this.
I know how. I've got a better one.
Okay. Fuck.
Te-
What?
If a terrible movie is good, if they genuinely think they're making a great movie, and it's not, like Sharknado, they're making a terrible movie on purpose. It's
It's
meta,
a waste of
it's
time.
terrible.
Waste of time.
But someone who's really trying
And Neil
their best,
Breen and Madness.
yeah,
Yeah.
he thinks he's making great films.
Yeah.
There's something very unsettling about him, though. He's
He's on a watch list somewhere.
Yeah, he's horrible.
I agree.
Yeah.
What I'd say though is don't be a gatekeeper to your own enjoyment.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a guilty pleasure. If something makes you happy, you enjoy
But there are
it.
some films that are
Just
so
enjoy
bad
it.
they're just unwatchable. You know, it's Tubi, cheapy folk have made their own films. And they're not even
Right.
entertaining.
There's two sides to that. One, some of them put some effort in, and every now and then you find a terrible film, but there is some they've actually thought about it, and they're not got any talent. They're
Yeah.
not- but they've
Ugh.
at least they've made the film, and
Ugh.
you know. And the other side of it, there's a cynical side where it's just churn something out
Yeah.
and we'll get money for
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
as long as you've got a good cover.
Films with Exorcist in
I
the
don't
titles.
like that. Yeah, Shark
Exorcism.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't be a gatekeeper to your own enjoyment. Just if you enjoy it. When I go out on my bike listening to music, I listen to all sorts of music right across it, where even say Wham comes on, and I'm just singing along to it.
Uh-huh.
It's silly bullshit, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's enjoyable,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
I'll go from like a death metal album
Uh-huh.
straight to Wham.
Oh, God. Mm-hmm.
But that to me is not any different because I enjoy it.
No.
Just enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah, okay.
That doesn't mean don't have standards. Like we're
I
saying.
went to art school with a guy that queued up overnight to get the new Bewitched album.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, there's limits.
There's
As I said, there's
come on,
limits.
there's limits.
Jesus Christ, people don't go mad, but enjoy stuff. Yeah, there's no such thing as and also he says,
Why are you writing these down a piece of paper, not taking them off your
they
phone?
were on the other part on the phone,
Oh.
and if I open it for some reason it locks up, and I've got to.
Oh my fuck! And you were going to spend 50 grand on a movie.
His
This isn't a filmy with
His daily
confidence.
dad jokes are available on YouTube and TikTok. We have just read out an advert. £50, please. That goes towards the film.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
And it is. Watch his dad jokes. They're 10 seconds long every day. He's completely insane.
Okay.
It's really good. Right. And the next text messages. Let's see who we've got here, because this is.
Uh-huh. This is really going well. Like your film.
Stop it. You're tempted because I said a
No,
good story.
I'm
The
not,
two guys going on. Yeah,
not
that's a
tempted.
great. Morning. This is Stuart M.
Okay.
Morning. I'm starting to get into making art, and as both of you are involved in
no.
art in different
Bad
ways,
move.
I'm involved in a proper way. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a couple of questions.
Mhm.
Can creativity be learned, or is it innate?
Can't be learned.
If it can,
If you've not been to
hold
art
on. If
school,
it
I
can
don't
be
want to speak
learned,
to you.
hold on. Any advice? I can copy what other people do all day long. I enjoy the process of making a piece and learning new skills, but clueless on how you come up with and develop an idea of your own. I did art theory and art history at uni, but I was never expected to produce anything, so creativity was never valued or encouraged.
Okay.
Apologies for the semi-serious question.
That's a good question.
Normal abuse will return. So now, I actually have an answer to this.
Oh.
See, creativity
Uh-huh.
is like learning to walk a tightrope. When you put anyone on a tightrope, they'll just fall off. But slowly but surely, through practice.
That's not true.
No, hold on. You will, to a degree, slowly but surely with practice, you will get on the tightrope and you will be able to be creative to your own.
You say everybody can.
No, but most can. Not
No.
everyone can walk a tightrope.
No. It's like football. I can't play football. I could have dedicated my life to football. It'd be shit.
Okay, I'll give you an idea. Wait,
Art's
wait.
creativity
No.
is exactly the same.
No. I'll give you an example. If I gave you a ball and said you got 3 months to kick that ball up into that square.
No.
But if you kept doing it, you would be able to do that. But
No.
that doesn't make you a footballer.
No, I wouldn't be able to do it.
So listen, I'm not as cynical as you. In art, right, you might be able to become good at one thing, or even if you're not great at one thing, you'll be able to do
It's
this
like
one
those
thing.
South Americans making the dogs out of sand.
Yes, exactly.
But that's not creativity.
No, wait. The thought process. I'm not talking the physical representation. I'm talking the thought
when
process.
When I first went to my job...
I'm not cynical.
I am terribly cynical.
Yeah.
When I went to art school with people that are terrible. No creativity in their bodies.
But this is because they might have not been brought up in it, or they haven't...
There's certain things you just can't learn. It's like you can't learn language if you've not been exposed to it beyond a date. You can play around and enjoy yourself. There's folk that retire and take up watercolour. They're terrible. If they spent the remaining 20 years of life, they're never going to get an iota better. But it's a creative process and they enjoy it. But everyone can be creative, I suppose. There's people, famously, people would make a matchstick fucking Mary Rose boat.
Yeah.
They would do all this shit. But no, some people are just fucking awful. But he's underestimating himself because he's kind of interested in art.
If you're right, okay,
so
you beat me
he's
to
interested in art.
If you're interested, your mind is actually starting to move.
Like creative, right? AI, the terrifying thing about AI, and I'm not speaking about the visual stuff, I'm speaking about written AI.
Yeah.
And written AI is taken over because the majority of people don't fucking read. And they have no faculty. If you read and write and have some kind of a faculty for it, you spot AI writing immediately. It reads weird to you. It seems fake. If you're a dullard and you never read, you'll say to them, "Is this who wrote this?" Or some guy. They can't pick up on it. It's like a lot of people that don't read and experience that kind of side of things. They're very susceptible to a conspiracy stuff. They can't tell reality if it's an article about something.
But that's what I'm saying about art.
Yeah,
it's the way you're thinking.
I've worked with kids doing projects. Some kids are fucking awful.
Yeah,
awful. And then there's other kids, and they've no more experience of doing art. Just some kids are naturally wonderful. They'll do something really. You're like, what on earth is that? A lot of the time, kids are stifled. They've got great ideas, and the way the world is that tells them, no, that's not right.
Okay, Stuart, I'm not going to be as cynical as this. I'm going to explain something. Now, when I was doing like maths or something, I just couldn't get. It didn't go in my head. I couldn't understand it. And someone said, figure out 17.5%, the old VAT number of 54. And I went, I don't know how to do that. Then one teacher said to me, take 10%. Half that, half it again, add them together. When they changed the way you looked at something.
Yeah.
Now, this is the same of the creative process. It's like you have to just free this part of your mind that might have been restricted because of the job you're in, because there was no expectation of creativity. And not everyone's going to be great, but it's not about being great. It's not about being good.
Oh, no, that's fine.
It's about...
Do your own shit.
That's what I'm saying.
And keep it to yourself. But what I hate about Dundee, it's a blight of Dundee, uniquely a Dundonian thing. People write autobiographies about themselves and they get them published. And they're terrible. It's some boring arse, that fucking schemers thing.
Yeah.
There's a guy that's written about 5 novels about himself, and it's just his shite exploits in Dundee, and he thinks it's wonderful.
Well,
he thinks it's so entertaining. It's garbage.
You'll agree with this then. There are artists that do nothing original. You can see they're not creative.
Well, nothing's really original.
Wait a minute.
Nothing's original.
Okay, wait.
Everything comes from somewhere else. It's all from the same
Hold on. Without going into the
people.
minutiae.
Yeah.
They're directly copying. Now, I see this all the time.
The thing I hate the most, this is what gets
I'm
me.
not going to be cynical.
The majority of people like art because they want, if you draw a picture of a dog, they want it just to look like the dog. Photorealism is people's favourite art.
Right.
And it's somebody that will spend 10 years drawing a picture of fucking Messi, the football player, and he'll get every fucking hair in his arse cheek. It's utterly terrible. It's
but you saw that I was drawing, I was getting back into it, and I was doing photorealistic stuff, and everyone went, oh, that's good. And then I'd done a scribbled drawing.
Yeah, no, it's better.
And everyone loved it. They went, now that's art. And I spent 2 weeks on one.
Yeah.
And now we're on another, and they went, that's good.
As soon as I've invented a camera, you don't need photorealism.
So
photorealism's reductive bullshit. I hate it.
No, I agree. But the point is to Stuart, I'm going to be much more encouraging because I do
I'm
believe...
not discouraging him.
Well, you kind of are.
No, I'm not.
You
but
kinda
but I'm
terrible,
wondering what he's doing.
It doesn't
What's he
matter.
saying he's doing?
It doesn't matter. You just need to
And
change the way you think.
Don't chuck your fucking phone away
You need to...
and get a big fucking piece of foolscap paper
When I used to take
and
pictures...
some fucking charcoal.
When I used to take pictures for
Yeah.
a living, people used to say, how do you learn to take a picture? And I went, take pictures.
Yeah.
Right? It's the only advice
No,
I could
but
give
know-
them because you can't give...
I know people
beyond
I've
that.
worked with people over the years, man, who've spent such money on cameras
Yeah.
and they've been doing it for decades. They can't take a single decent photograph.
Yes.
They're terrible.
And you know what that
and they're
is?
taking thousands of photographs. They're terrible. They just don't have it. They're shit.
That's called a scale lock, right?
Aye.
And what happens is when you're playing guitar and you're learning it, you learn to play a scale.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, that's good. And you can get really good at it.
Yeah.
But you get locked to it.
Right,
you don't
okay.
move out of it.
Yeah.
Right? And this is when you'll learn to take a picture and then you'll take a few pictures and people will go, hey, you're getting good. And you go, yeah. And it's like your mind subconsciously locks that and goes, that's what's good is. And you never push.
What people underestimate,
Yeah.
and I do wank on about art school.
You do, and you
people are
shouldn't, 'cause
so
it's shit.
art school's wonderful. And if you've not been to art school, I'll never respect people properly.
That's the way everyone is in this building.
That's it. So, but the thing is, people, and it's maybe changed a lot since I was there. But you go to art school and you learn the fundamentals, and there's something to be said for that. You do still life. You do a light. I can't tell you how good life drawing is. That's what I'm saying to Stuart. Go and sign up to a life drawing class and draw from life. And from that, it's giving you the fundamentals. It's like, I think, there's people that'll say, oh, hands are difficult to draw. I won't do hands. That's what AI is like. It's like a child.
I'm going to tell you
Can't do
something. Have I
hands.
told you that
Yeah.
I went to your very art college?
Oh, doing what? Were you the guy that used to...
No, I was sent there when I was 14 at
Oh,
school.
no.
They went, okay,
Uh-huh.
we're going to send you down there because you're drawing everywhere in my drawing.
Uh-huh.
And my art teacher went, right, let's get you down.
And-
And I went into normal classes with, I thought everyone was an adult. They'd all be 18.
Yeah, they've been 18.
And I just
17, 18.
I didn't
oh.
get on.
No.
It was that. But I went down for, I think, about 8-9 months.
That's a long time.
Done
mate.
that.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't want to go anymore because everyone was older and I didn't
Yeah.
like it. So I did go in there
Oh.
and I got shown how to do things and I
Yeah.
didn't like it.
No.
So how about that? So I
No,
did
but
go.
you're the wrong
I
age.
did
You're
go.
the wrong age for it. I didn't go out.
Yeah,
school
but
when
I was
18.
magical. I went when I was 14. You had to wait until
You-
you'd finished school.
No, you were like Doogie.
Your education did nothing for you. You need to further it because you were so thick.
You were like Doogie Howser.
I didn't need to go to further education.
They were-
I chose to go later on, but I didn't need to go. You needed all the help you could get,
Oh,
and bless you.
I love art school.
Next one.
Art school's wonderful. Stuart, just go and sign up for some night classes, do some live drawing. You'll be able to see tits and arse, which is always a bonus. The secret of it is, if a man comes in disrobes,
Yeah.
I don't want to see the eyes flickering. Don't leave the class. Stick with it. A bobby's just as good to draw as a pair of tits. The wrinkles in it.
Morning. Since it's
I've
International
not,
Sleep
I
Day.
wasn't negative on him. I think
You're terribly negative. If you're going to get involved in anything creativity, the best thing to do is just do it. Just clear your mind.
Because I've done classes. I've done classes in an
Yeah.
organisation in Dundee I worked with, and it was men and women with
Yeah.
issues,
Yeah.
and every fucking woman, everyone without fail, every fucking one of them wanted to do butterflies or phoenixes, and I'd say, "Why are you doing a butterfly or a phoenix? It's rebirth." I says, that's such a stupid cliche. Can you do anything? No, I want to do a butterfly. And they'd all have butterflies on their shoulders.
I understand.
It's infuriating.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not pushing. They're not getting on the tightrope and learning. You're not putting the effort in.
Some
You're
things you
saying,
can't learn.
No, but you're saying
Some things can't
go
learn.
to classes, do that. What's that? That's learning. I'm saying the same thing.
Go to
But you
classes.
have to. It's
No, because
the way you think.
It's the fundamentals. And when you get the fundamentals, you'll get
Well, I'm not
everything
talking about
else.
the fundamentals. I'm just talking about the way
People
you think.
don't get the fundamentals now. They'll come here, they'll do a night of pottery, and they're a fucking master potter.
Yeah, that's true. What I'm saying, though,
It's bullshit.
what I'm saying is an important thing as well. Say he's wanting to draw,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate drawing dogs. Draw dogs.
So what's he get to draw a dog?
No, wait. If you say you hate drawing something, do
don't-
something you don't like.
Do not under any
It makes your brain work.
Do not under any circumstance draw from a photograph. Under no circumstance do that. Sit in a cafe and draw people sitting having coffee. Do not draw from photographs. It's the worst thing.
I agree. Draw the
Because
concept.
AI draws from photographs.
But draw the concept, not the actual.
Yeah.
And even if
Learn the
you
fundamentals.
just don't know what...
Learn the fundamentals.
Just
man.
do it and have fun.
No,
Jesus Christ.
none. When you went to art school, you had like 4 life drawing classes a day. And you got so fucking good. There's some people were terrible. They're never any good. They went through art school shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got 4 life drawing classes a day. The work people were producing, it was wonderful. And once you could get that in your head, it's great. I'm sounding really wanky here.
You
But,
are. I'm much
no,
more laid back.
because
than
it's
that.
terrible. When I first came here, there was a chap in my door.
Yeah.
And it was a guy, and what he did was he did stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And he did tobacco tins. It's stuff he'd done and when he was in prison. It was terrible. But all
Right.
his mates told him he was good. He was fucking terrible.
But that
When I
doesn't...
went, well, the job I'm in just now, when I first started, there was a guy there, and I was about to go out school, and he says, such and such is a great artist here. He's the artist of the building. And what he was doing, and this is how stupid they all were, he was getting the Beano.
Mm-hmm.
He was putting it and tracing the drawings from the Beano and then hiding the Beano and kidding on he'd drawn the drawings. And the other people I was working with believed him.
To be fair,
That was
I'd
awful.
done my drawings a wee
It's
while
awful.
ago and someone said, you've traced them, and it really
Oh,
upset
no.
me.
No.
It put me off.
That's-
Anyway,
Yeah.
morning. Since it's International Sleep Day today, how much kip are you planning on having today?
I never
Plus,
sleep.
what percentage of your listeners do you think fall asleep listening to your dulcet tones? Zzz, retro box room. Thanks, dude.
I have heard that
I don't
of
sleep,
a lot of
but
people
yes.
wake up with, they've had it on and it's morning glory. It arouses them.
Well, I've heard that a lot of people do go sleep listening to us because
I-
apparently
I listen to podcasts.
we have
when
very
I'm sleep-
soft voices.
I do listen to podcasts. It's helping me sleep. It's good.
So, yeah, that's true. Stacey King.
But it was, did somebody tell me the other day was steak and blowjob day?
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a
Don't
day.
use words to me like that.
There's a day of the year. You see, if you'd stuck with art school, you'd know this kind of knowledge, the secret knowledge of the world.
I'm getting angry.
Secret knowledge of the world. There was a day in the last week which was steak and blowjob day.
There's no such thing.
There's a
Stop
day.
speaking.
There's a day.
Stop speaking. I have repeated things you've said to people like I've got authority, and I come
Steak
out
and
like an
blowjob.
idiot.
Steak
I'm
and-
not going to repeat this.
Steak and blowjob day was the other day.
Morning, fellow mofos. I hope life
Who's
is
this?
treating
Who's
you
this?
well.
Who's
Just Stacey King.
Okay.
I hope life's treating you well. Last weekend, my wife informed me she's going to see Take That with her friend at Ashton Gate in Bristol. Can you? Oh God, can you
She'll
help
have her tenor lady on.
us deal with this devastating news? There's nothing you can do, mate.
Hold on, but
There's
take that
nothing you
are
could do.
they're a reduced thing now.
There's like 2 of them.
This is Howard
One's-
Donald's not a person.
One's
is
in
he?
a wheelchair.
Howard Donald's the worst.
Yeah.
That little Mark Owen's like a dirty little shagger bastard. He's
Yeah, but have you
creepy.
seen him now? He's
grown a
aged.
moustache. He's really
aged so
he's
badly.
bad. Yeah, he's terrible.
It's like, what's happened? I think I'm not going to accuse anyone of taking drugs, but you know, once you get off the coke,
yeah,
and the bloke goes
Shrivel.
back, and you just shrivel.
but he portrayed himself as the political one. The one that was seemingly the nice guy was Jason Orange.
Now he took off travelling and everything.
He's
all
like that.
laid
Fuck
back.
it. Yeah,
I don't know,
he
got the
left
cash
the
and
band
fucked
because
off.
they're all dodging tax. I think he
Yeah.
was paying these tax and he fucked. Gary Barlow's a fucking piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
Howard
Now,
Donald's like a dog. I can't criticise the guy. He's a moron.
there's nothing going
But
on in his
Gary
head.
Barlow is a turd.
Right, what to do is just let what has happened is going to happen. So just
Now, hold on,
let
it's
her
an
go.
opportunity for him. How long is she away for? Overnight?
No, it could be, yeah.
Get yourself a big fucking doner meat munchie box and eat it in the bath.
Uh,
Just do stuff you're not allowed to. You can scratch your
steak and
arsehole.
blowjob. You could give yourself
Give
one.
yourself a steak and blowjob, yeah.
I don't believe it. I'm not.
But I was
the
thinking
shit
steak
you
and
say.
blowjob. You know, do you put a hole in the steak and put?
I'm
you
not,
combine
I'm
in
not
the
answering
two?
this. I'm not answering because it doesn't exist.
It does.
You're putting this shout.
It
You
does.
put this shout to the world, and those fucking idiots that listen to us. I mean, our fans, our
steak and
listeners,
blowjob's a thing.
they act on shit, and you're putting
You
this
know
out in the
what I
world.
think,
It's
Stacey?
dangerous.
What Stacey should do, because his wife's away,
Dangerous.
he's got free reign. He should be creative. He should get some chalk out and do storyboards for a film.
Oh, you
And then-
fuck you. Fuck you.
While she's away, listen.
Yeah.
While the wife's away, he should empty their bank account and finance something.
You know what?
Just empty all the money.
Actually, that's a great idea.
She comes back, she's like, the joint account's been emptied.
We're only needing 40. Well, I would say 50, maybe 60 grand. 60 grand.
She
would
comes
cover it.
back, the house is empty, all the furniture's
Wait,
been
I'm needing
sold.
to buy a house.
Yeah.
I'm needing. Well, with the film 60, I'm needing 260 grand to finance this film.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mark Devlin just wanted to give a shout out to Harbonaut and his amazing tunes. Was laughing through the
Oh,
tears.
it was
Have
good.
a great weekend, folk on.
You know,
It was amazing.
I hate AI with a passion. The Sonata
That was
one was good.
How is it so good?
It's weird.
Imagine that a year from now, 2 years
Yeah.
from now. Oh my God! Imagine what we could do for a film. We could have the soundtrack. Wait, we could have the soundtrack. We could have all the B-roll.
I have a
Sora.
horrible feeling this is just going to make a joyless world. Yeah.
No, you make a joyless world.
I think
I'm
it's gonna
bringing.
be
You're
joyless.
wait. Here, AI. I give you the offer to create,
I
to
think
make
it's
a
gonna be a
film.
joyless
I
world.
said, let's make a film.
But I think
I was
folk
going
are-
to take you to Spain.
It's like, I don't know.
All my money. I wouldn't have had food,
You see, the thing is,
but I would have had
you've
footage.
you've got like creatives, like for the movie industry, you would say. You've got Scorsese, who's an old man,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's still making these wonderful, fucking dark, powerful, long,
Irishman?
great film. No, I wasn't such a huge fan of that, but he tried. He was trying out a technology.
Okay.
But the Flower Moon one is supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
But
seeing
he's
that.
an old man. Frank Miller. He's an old man, and he's doing that Furiosa. He made that Mad
He's got
Max
like another
Furio-
3 Mad Maxes coming. Yeah.
He's an old man full of juice.
Yeah.
These are creatives. These guys hate Marvel. That fucking empty calorie
This
bullshit.
is me. This is me.
Marvel is
You're describing me.
AI is going to make Marvel films. That's the future.
Hold on, you don't think they're using AI in all
Oh
these
no,
other
they are.
films? Of course they are.
They are. No,
It's a tool.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's a tool.
No, they're making AI in Marvel, but I'm saying the
No,
whole
not Marvel, but in the other films. In
not in the scripts. They're fucking not.
well, not in the scripts, but saying like all the special effects they're using. I was watching a thing. They're using AI because it's a tool to it's.
But when it's left
they're
its
gonna
own
use it.
device, it's gonna be hollow. It's gonna be empty calories, man. I
Yes,
don't
but
look forward
let's
to that
go back to
future.
one thing. Let's end it like this because this show's going on, and I'm getting mad at you with your steak and blowjobs. Here's what it is: the
More of an onion ring and blowjob
you're
kind of guy, aren't
disgusting.
you?
Now
Uh-huh.
you got the holodeck.
Scampi fry and
The
blowjob.
holodeck on it. And people said they just live their lives in the holodeck on Star Trek. You wouldn't because you can't die. It's the unpredictability
What do you mean you
and
can't
the
die?
danger. But,
Take off the safety
no,
protocols,
just
man.
stop.
If you know,
Stop.
you
You
could
frustrate
I
me.
saw a Borg shot with a machine gun.
I'm getting a pain in my chest.
You know why?
Why?
You've not learned that inner peace that comes from being at art school. You need to.
Fucking. Ladies and gentlemen.
How did
Another-
you? Hold on a minute. How did you get onto this floor? I was told there was a device in the lift that it won't open.
If you don't have
There's
a
a
degree.
retinal scan.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people that want that.
Retinal scan.
There's a lot of places. I'm going to say
There's been
I
a
can't
new
see what-
batch of people moved into this floor. Half of them look like I'm going to attack them,
Yeah.
so they like hit the wall, and the others just there's a potpourri smell and a mess in the kitchen.
You know what annoys me?
I'm not
I
enjoying
can't
it.
say anything. Right, what I'll say is there's people who
Mm-hmm.
won't allow me to go to certain things because I don't have an art degree.
To be honest
Wait.
with you, mate, I don't. Cause I'm joking a little bit.
Wait, hold on. And those cunts are wearing my aprons.
I know, but you could. There's nothing to stop you. There's nothing to stop anybody. There's all RSA competitions. There's stuff you can put your art into.
I don't. I'm
It
not a
doesn't
part of that
ma-
shit.
No, but
Do my own thing.
you can put your stuff into these things. If someone's good, it's good. I think there's a lot of people who are bad,
Yeah.
and they say they're being kept away from art because they didn't go to art school.
Oh,
It's
no,
an
no.
excuse. It's an
On
excuse.
the things I'm talking
yeah,
about,
Yeah.
they ask for your
Yeah.
degree in that, and if you don't have
Yeah,
it, you
no,
don't get in.
I find that disgusting.
And I'm like,
but the weird
"Ugh."
thing about that is that's business. That's a
Yes.
business organisation.
Yes.
Business has the and I'm not a fan of Alan Sugar, but have you heard Alan Sugar's attitude towards creatives? He treats them like AI. They're just a tool. He doesn't care.
But it kind of is a tool. In
Yes,
business, it is
yeah,
a tool. I agree with that.
But business is fuck. Ken, business, like the worst artist that ever lived, is the guy Stephen Brown that did the coups.
Yeah.
But business-wise, it's fantastic. He's fantastic. Well, he's actually not that good a businessman because he went bankrupt.
Okay,
and he's
so what is art then? Is art good business because you've seen it?
some of the best art. Have you ever?
Prince made more money
Uh-huh.
in the first year after he died
Oh, yeah.
than he did in the previous
Because
15
he was
years.
just spending too much money
He
himself.
wouldn't license his music.
The best thing that happened to Michael Jackson's career was his death.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Van Gogh didn't make anything in his
Yeah.
life, but as soon as he was
But
dead,
a lot
then
of
people.
musicians in particular live far too long. It's not good for your career.
Ladies and
Paul
gentlemen, this is
Daniels. Hey, Paul
1
Daniels,
hour
Paul-
10 minutes because
my
you
God.
wound me up. You fuck. My film would have been great.
It would have been fucking
You
awful.
were the speed
You'd
bump
have
to
went-
creativity.
You'd have went
I was creativity.
I
You were the
no,
speed bump.
No,
You
no,
stopped a
no,
wall.
no,
A fucking
no.
wall.
You know what I was?
What?
I was those big barrels of water in American fucking freeways. When you crash into them, I would have saved you. I was an airbag.
Oh, you're only half right.
I would have saved you.
I would have been scared.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
I would have been
You would-
destitute. Yes.
You wouldn't have been in this building.
No, I would have
You'd
lost
have been thrown
everything.
out.
I would have lost everything.
You'd have lost absolutely everything.
That's why we need other people to finance this this
Oh, don't
great
be
idea.
mad. But then we're swimming in the same pool of sharks as Sturton.
Yeah.
And Sturton's chibbed up. He's
Yeah.
knifed up.
He's ready to go.
If he was needing the money and we were getting in his way,
oh shit.
Ken, if we say we went to
He may
Scottish,
kill
some
us.
Scottish enterprise art thing,
We got it.
and
And
fuck
fucking hell.
this place, we'd have
It's
to.
maybe not worth it.
Let's just say we'd have to up with security.
Yeah.
That fucker
definitely.
would come in the window.
Oh
we
my
met his
God.
brother.
Oh God, he just run through the door.
Jesus Christ, he's like Juggernaut.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, go to art school.
Or don't.
No, actually,
Fuck art school.
scratch that because art school now is shite.
Exactly.
Go
These are-
get a
listen to
time
me.
machine and go to art school.
When you were there,
When I
it
was
was
there.
Ponce.
No, it
Jesus.
wasn't
It
Ponce.
was rubbish.
I'm not
There's no
Ponce.
point.
I
Half the
de-ponced.
building's shut now.
I de-ponced art school because it's got rack in it.
That's right.
There's rack
They
everywhere.
They knew it. They knew it. So that's
How
suicide.
depressing.
That's a building suicide.
I'm going to walk along to cheer myself up. I'm going to walk
Yeah.
along to the Copy and I'm going to buy one of those sandwiches that
Don't you
shrunk
do
and
anything.
complain about it.
Well, I thought you were because you're getting steak. Ugh. Until next time,
Oh, imagine that has got steak and caramelised onion.
don't. We didn't get the show done again.
That's okay. I'll keep.
Got another one.
I'll keep.
Until next time,
Hey, please wash your.
watch us on Patreon where you can see the full video version
Yeah, you
of
see
me
this
getting
dressing
redder.
gown. Oh, you were. I thought you were going to lose someone there.
Fucking angry,
I
man.
will need to extend this table a little bit.
Getting
You were
violent.
getting too close.
Until next time,
Ta-da,
later.
ta-da, ta-da.